So here's a video I've been wanting to, I guess, video for a while on this 78 F250. And there's a lot of videos out there, but I want to talk about everything wrong with buying a used old truck. As you can see, there's rust. I can't show you, but there's holes inside the box on this thing. But I love these old Ford trucks. It had electrical issues, so there's one problem. A lot of corrosion, rust, and just the fact of it being, I guess, old. You know, everybody can probably go out and get a loan and buy, per se, on payments, a new truck. But in my eyes, if I went and bought this truck and its equivalent, a Ford F250 with a V8 engine in it, would probably be in the neighborhood, brand new, of about 30 to be maybe even more. I'm going to say $40,000. Just, you know, using it as a, just say a work truck. So I bought this thing for $1,500, paid the tax and everything on it. And we rebuilt the front end. We did brakes, we did seals, we did rotors, we did calipers. Showed some videos on my channel of that already. One of the biggest jobs so far on this thing is I did leaf springs. The frame is rusty, but the main part of the frame is solid. It will need work eventually in some of the bracing, but for now, for what I want this for, it's a plow truck. It's going to be used for that, and then probably eventually restore it to possibly new, and I'm debating on a Cummins swap. There's a lot of guys that have done that. I don't know, but for now, just basically going to use this for what it is as a work truck. But, so, I'm repeating though, everything wrong with an old truck that you would say buy private owner, which is what I did in this case here. So, the number one biggest problem with these trucks is rust. Depending on what you find, you might find one, you know, that's not rusty. You get lucky and you will pay more money for it. This one also had some oil leaks. I had to replace the valve cover gasket, and then I also painted the valve cover. We did strictly a tune-up. You can see this thing has lights in the dash, and there was no lights on, but we mounted an oil pressure gauge on there, and then we also, in the process here, had to replace the fuel pump. We're going to finish that up tomorrow, but we also were going to add a mechanical oil pressure gauge. When it comes back to idle and it gets to operating temperature, it's about 20 pounds oil pressure. The truck has 90,000 miles on it though. So you're dealing with rust, age, and things that just plainly wore out. Another example also is the thermostat housing. Put a thermostat in it, screened out the coolant system because it didn't look like the coolant was that old. So I did that. The carburetor, we re-gasketed the base gasket. And it seemed to be that the carburetor was okay. I may leave it alone yet because the truck did idle very well, but the fuel pump went bad when I went to test it. And then, like I said, I did tune-up on it, relocated the fuel filter. I like a clear fuel filter, that way I can see what's going on from the fuel. So that is some of the, say, everything wrong with, but let's take a look at the advantages of this, okay? Me, I like to be able to do things myself, thus for my channel, DIY. So this truck, I have complete control over. I have spare parts for this truck just laying around. It's a simple, very simple setup. The only, if you want to even call it, computer, is the ECM, which controls the spark and the dwell, what points of condenser used to do years ago. You saw that in my forklift video. But the bottom line with this thing, it's all mechanical. I don't need to go to a dealer and be locked into that dealer to work on this truck. Parts were pretty well readily available. If I didn't have them that same day, I got them the next day or the next day after that. Okay, so there's a benefit of this truck. So right now I have about $3,000 in it with parts, and me and G-Mix Senior are doing the labor ourselves. Okay, I did purchase in that another box for it. That one will need work, but not as bad as this one. We're just leaving this one temporary so we can finish off the winter plowing snow with it. And here in Pennsylvania, we've been getting hammered pretty good with snow. So, and you can see the interior. I don't have the battery hooked up because of us working on it. And we don't want any risk of starting it because the oil gallery plug is out to mount an oil pressure gauge. But as you can see, it's all lights. 90,000 original miles on it. It even has the original AM radio in it. That was what sold me on this truck, because it's pretty much all original. You know, really, yeah, there's some tears in the seat. The seat isn't in terrible shape. I've seen worse. We're just going to throw a cover on that. G-Mix Senior put a patch in the floor for temporary, but like I said, during the summer, you'll probably see more videos on this. Just hit and miss of different things. But yeah, the advantage of this truck is I have no control by anybody else, and parts again are readily available. So there you have it. This is why I like older trucks, where I control my own destiny. Yeah, will I pay a little more for gas to drive down the road? Yeah, but let's face it. This truck is paid for right now, will be roadworthy eventually. And I don't have to pay $700-800 a month for a payment, or fork out $50,000 in one shot for a truck that has a potential of a check engine light coming on. So anyway, I might be doing some more videos like this, you know, everything wrong with or everything right with. So anyway, if you liked the video, click that thumbs up. Getting a lot of people viewing my channel. I appreciate that very much. Hit that subscribe button. I can't say it enough. So again, thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for watching my videos. Remember, keep on wrenching, and we'll see you on the next video.